We have a lot of information to unpack. Let's start with Egypt. What is happening with Iran and Israel war? So what Egypt is saying right now, they actually made an announcement that it will not take any political position against Iran and refuses to join the alliance of nations to help defend Israel. I do not buy that story because Egypt never helped Iran. They never ever helped any nation for that matter to attack Israel. In other words, they are very, very staunch when it comes to defending the state of Israel. So no, I'm not buying that story, but it is out there. If you find any validity to this story, let me know in the comment section. Obviously looking absolutely dangerous, the situation. Iran has reportedly warned Arab countries including Jordan, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, and the UAE and others that if they attempt to intervene in Iran's response against Israel, they will be targeted as well. This time we have a statement from King Abdullah, King Jordan. He basically said, we will not let a single missile go past our airspace attacking Israel. Obviously we know he is a British slave who happens to rule over the beautiful country of Jordan. But nevertheless, Iran does have their own qualms with Jordan other than the fact that Jordan is defending Israel. Iran has never been a good ally with King Abdullah, especially under the leadership of Khomeini. And Israel is now in the middle of it and looks like Iran is finding Jordan to be on their side. Now when we talk about these guys, we have some more interesting news coming. Reports that Israel conveyed a message to Iran through a third European country. Any attack on civilian targets by Iran will be met with the immediate destruction of all Iranian nuclear facilities. The United States believe that this fact is the reason for Iran's long wait before attacking. In other words, according to what U.S. intelligence they're telling us, there are two reasons why Iran is delaying the attack on Israel. Number one, they are still setting up their cruise missiles. I'll show you the pictures in a second. And number two, they're also at the same time making sure that their nuclear facilities are well under protection. Now, of course, it comes with reports from BBC that all American forces in the region are on high alert for fear of a joint and large-scale attack by Iran. Iranian media says missiles targeting Israel are ready for launch. U.S. forces set off flares in eastern Syria looking for Iranian forces as the surveillance balloon previously used is no longer operational. Both Egypt and Turkey have vowed support for Lebanon against any Israeli aggression. U.S. officials report Iran and Hezbollah will carry out an attack on Haifa and Tel Aviv tonight. There is a new dynamic into this whole scenario, and that is Turkey. We have seen how Turkish President Erdogan, he said he's going to be intervening in the war of Gaza. Would he start that with Israel, with allying with Iran? We do not know. But one thing for sure, guys, sitting is not an option for the Turkish president at the moment. He's not going to sit idle. He's not going to not do anything. Very unlikely that this time he'll just let it pass. Erdogan, he had his red lines and he mentioned that many times. Now, U.S. forces at the same time, they are on full alert as they wait for a massive drone, cruise missile and ballistic missile attack from Iran at any moment. U.S. has vowed to defend Israel from Iran, and they have coordinated the defense of Israel with several Arab allies, including Jordan and Saudi Arabia. I want you to make a comment in the comment section below and letting me know whether Jordan and Saudi Arabia will come to the rescue of Iran. Now, when we talk about Iran, we also have to understand, guys, the Federal Aviation, now Iranian government, they have issued warning to all flights already. So it is not something that they are going to be postponing. It is not that Iran will not attack Israel very imminently. It is likely to happen in matter of few hours. So Iranian Federal Aviation, they have warned all flights over Iran to avoid passing through the western, central, and northwestern. This indicates a possible missile attack could be launched against Israel in the coming hours. Again, the destiny of the American stock markets will depend on Iran. Forthcoming Iran attack will affect American money markets negatively, since everyone is expecting a total clash, literally Black Monday, quote unquote, after the fall of Japan Nikkei index. US stock market is crashing at the moment. Right now, Donald Trump is making a big issue out of it, and he is obviously, as usual, claiming that it would not have happened under his leadership. Obviously, we know what will happen under Donald Trump, which is that more war. This term is going to be a lot of war if he wins the election. I disagreed with a lot of you. People said under his leadership there was no war. I agree, maybe for the most part, but I do believe this term, if he wins for the second term and last term, it is going to be a term of war. Now, Iran, look at this missile preparation. They are working on it day and night, setting up the cruise missiles. Remember, one cruise missile, if it hits Israel, it can damage Israeli military in such a way that they have never seen coming from anywhere else. For example, Hezbollah, the missiles they use, the drones they use, compared to what Iran will be launching, and if it hits the targets, it is going to be 10 times more devastating. Obviously, with all of this, now we have a new player in the game, and that is Kim Jong-un of North Korea. He basically warned that North Korea is a friend of Iran, and he basically said Iran is our ally and we stand with Iran. Any attack on our ally will be responded. We warn to imperial mercenaries to not attack. I have hard time believing this statement. I'm not sure if this is true, that it came from Kim Jong-un or somebody made it up. I'm not sure if he in fact said that. But what I do know is that, and you also, that they have mutual agreements, military agreements, weapon agreements, not only just between North Korea and Iran, but also North Korea, Iran, and Russia. And there is another player in this who is going to be so vital, and that is China itself. So China says that if Iran and its allies are attacked, we will take action against Israel and the US. The same for Russia, which is a member of BRICS. So are Iran, Saudi Arabia, China, Brazil, Egypt, and South Africa. Turkey also plays an important role into this. Now, BRICS could be a make or break deal for China in terms of intervening in this scenario. If they feel they need to show strong leadership, what I believe China would do is try to stop any attack on Iran, because China will side with Iran on any day. Therefore, if they want to again be the leader of BRICS, this is what they aspire for, then of course they will have no other choice but to protect its allies, just like NATO does. So BRICS is not a military alliance, but it could be used as a military alliance by China, as they have hinted in the past with their relationship with Russia, helping them winning the Ukrainian war. Now let's talk about Scott Ritter. He basically is predicting that this is going to be the end of Zionists. The Zionist regime will fall. They are going to collapse, and this is going to be a full-scale war. Let's take a listen as what he has to say.
Unsustainable concept of a nation. It just can't function viably over time now because of what it's done and how it's positioned in the world. But if they invade Hezbollah, or they attack Hezbollah, invade Lebanon, this will accelerate the process of Israel's demise. And the Biden administration knows that. So they're doing their best to try and convince Israel not to attack. But here's the problem. This isn't about Israel. This is about Netanyahu. This is Netanyahu's personal ambition. This is Netanyahu insisting that his legacy not be one of a failed leader, but of a successful leader, a leader who stood up for the security of Israel, not a leader that